Hello, my name is Tyler Tipton, GM here at Springdale Tractor of Tulsa. Just want to go over a few pieces of equipment, some that are very similar in size. I've got the KX033, the U35, and the KX040, and some of the reasons why you might pick one over the other. Now, all of these are Kubota from top to bottom. Kubota is the #1 selling mini excavator that's out there. And the reason being is reliability, parts availability, and the efficiency of the machine. Now, if you come over here, with it being Kubota from top to bottom, you're gonna have a couple features that are a little bit easier to work on and things of that nature, because Kubota realizes a lot of people are gonna maintain their own machine. So what you're gonna notice is all I've gotta do is let those two panels out, and you've got your air filter, you got your water separator, all of your filters, your dipsticks are all easily accessible on this machine, so an individual can work on it themselves if they need to, or do the scheduled maintenance in an easy fashion. Alrighty, so the other thing on this machine, the U35 and the KX033, the differences between the two. The KX033 is going to be a tail swing machine. The U35 is going to be a zero tail swing machine. Now, the advantages on the KX033 over the U35 is it is going to be able to reach out a little bit further, dig a little bit deeper, and cut a little bit higher and load a little bit higher than the U35 is. Now, on this, you're going to be able to dig about 10.5 feet, load about right at 11 feet. You can reach out almost 18 feet there, and you can cut up about 16.5 feet tall. Now, with Kubota, they're hydraulic over hydraulic controls. So you don't have electronic over hydraulic, so you don't lose that efficiency when it comes to the operating and being able to feel the operation. You're going to be able to predict where you're going, but also the breakout force. On this machine, it's about 8,200 pounds of breakout force. Now, all of these you can get with the thumb. You can get the hydraulic thumb, and they've got a diverter valve here, so that allows you, if you want to hook up a jackhammer or something along those lines, you don't have to take the thumb off to be able to hook up that implement. You just switch around that diverter valve where it creates the flow to the hammer and just plumb up your thumb, and you're good to go. Now, on the U35, it's got a little bit wider stance, so you've got about 6 inches wider than the KX033. Now, fun fact is the U35 and the KX040, are the exact same width. Okay, so they're 5 foot and 7 inches, or 6.9 to be exact. Now, on this machine, the advantages you have over the KX033 is it is a little bit wider, so you get a wider angle blade. You can get an angle blade on this size machine, which some other manufacturers is only a straight blade, and those are nice. So if you're filling a trench or anything like that, you can angle that and go. Right. The advantage of this is the zero tail. You do lose about 6 inches of digging depth, so this one digs about 10 feet. Your loading height is just shy of 11 feet, or right at 11 feet, as to where the KX033 is 11.5 feet. So you lose about 6 inches to a foot on all the specs on this. The breakout force on this is 7,900 pounds. On the KX033, it's 8,200 pounds. So if you're in tight spots up to houses or up against buildings, and you can forego that extra 6 inches or a foot, then the U35 might be a valuable option for you. They're only a $500 difference in price point with these two different configurations. Now, over here on the KX040, these are just a little bit beat up because Works Equipment Rental that we also have is letting me use them. I'm going to show you a couple things that we can do with these machines. The KX040 is a lot bigger machine. So those machines there, the KX033 is about 8,200 pounds. U35 is right at 8,000 pounds. This one here is right at 10,000 with the 6-in-1 blade. Now, that is an advantage on the KX040 is you can get a 6-in-1 blade, which allows you to tilt like this, side to side and up and down. Right, so if you're on a little bit unlevel surface like we are here, you can level out the machine, so whenever the operator is using this machine, they can stay in a level stance, right? With the extra weight on this machine, you can dig a breakout force here is 9,500 pounds. Okay, so with those hydraulic over hydraulic controls, Kubota does have the leading advantage of breakout force, and the reason for that is the efficiency and not losing that efficiency with having electronic over hydraulic controls. And then with the 6-in-1 dozer blade, it's simple. The only difference in the control is right up here. You twist this handle up here at the top to be able to angle it back and forth and whatnot. That's the only difference between the other excavators compared to this one. Now I'm going to hop on this machine. I'm going to show you a couple things illustrating the Breakout Force, one, and to be able to do multiple functions at the same time due to the closed center hydraulic system, which all of our machines do. So it diverts flow where it needs it, rather than an open center hydraulic system is going to divert the hydraulic flow to whichever is priority. This machine is going to allow you to do multiple functions at the same time, and I'm just going to show you a couple demonstrations and showing how that's working and how well that's working. Now, I'm not the best operator in the world, but I'm going to use one of our rental machines here and see what we could do and show you the differences between our machine and some others. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you guys and demonstrate the Breakout Force on this machine and the advantages of having hydraulic over hydraulic controls and how that gives you more power, and also demonstrate on our other machine. I've got the KX040 here, and then on the U35 I'm going to show you. These are the two rental machines I've got out here, so they could take a little bit more of a beating than the new KX033 I had, but I'm going to demonstrate how you could do multiple functions at the same time. Okay, so on this first one, I'm going to take this KX040 and demonstrate the reason this Breakout Force at 9,500 pounds, and I'm going to pick up this concrete culvert. Don't know the exact weight, but I know it's not light. Okay. Now, I'm not the best operator here, but we're going to see what we can do. So I can just pick that up, no problem. Right? Now, show you, I'll get on the other side and show you all the way out here. I could even pick it up with my leverage as far out as it possibly can get here. Okay. So that's the best way I could demonstrate the Breakout Force and the advantage of having a hydraulic over hydraulic control. Now let's go over here to the U35. I'm going to show you that closed center hydraulic system and also the advantage of having that angle blade. Alrighty, so now I'm going to show you the reasonings why closed center hydraulic system is going to be more efficient and is going to allow you to be more productive on the job site. So I've got the U35 here. Now, while I'm operating this machine, notice that the machine never comes over the top of the track. So you could get right up against the building or, you know, a house or something along those lines and not worrying about having to damage the building you're working around. And you notice that I'm doing multiple functions at the same time when operating this machine. I'm tilting my bucket, I'm moving my arm, I'm moving the boom, I'm swinging the house, all at the same time without the machine slowing down the production, right? So this is going to allow you to get more jobs done in a timely manner. Ultimately make you more money. I'm not going to do this all day. I'm also want to show you guys the advantages of having an angle blade on there as opposed to just a straight blade, right? A lot of times on this size machine you don't get that angle blade, but on the Kubota you do have that option. Now, like I said, I don't have a trench to show you the advantages of the angle blade, but we'll kind of show you a demonstration here, and you can use your imagination if I had a trench here. So I just go up here at the top, and I can angle that. With this being an 8,000 pound machine, or right at 8,000. It's got plenty of downforce on those tracks to be able to push that dirt. You can see there it leaves it in a straight line, so it'd be perfect for filling trenches. Notice I was able to use the blade and the tracks at the same time without the machine slowing down. So that's just a few advantages of the Kubota excavators. So just a brief overview. We do have a rental department called Works Equipment Rental if you wanted to test one out, or if you got a job that's bigger than the excavator you currently have, or you've been using a different brand and just not sure about switching to Kubota. We have just about every single excavator that's in the Kubota lineup to test out for you. This is a rental machine that I'm using here today. We do have all of these units in stock that I demonstrated today, the KX033, the U35, and the KX040. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to Springdale Tractor Company of Tulsa. We'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you.